Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, the In My 20s Diaries. Happy birthday to you. I wanted to come on here and talk because after reaching a year on YouTube, I've realized that there was a lot of things in my first channel that I just got wrong, and I wanted to share them with you guys so that if you start a channel, you'll have like really good expectations. And the number one thing that's different with this YouTube channel than all the other ones is that I had to redefine my idea of success. So I feel like everybody has this idea that like you're gonna post 20 videos on YouTube and you're gonna go viral. And it's hilarious because I had that idea with my first 4 YouTube channels. And what I noticed is that your first 100 videos don't matter. Your first 100 videos are for you. They're an experiment to see if you really even like this YouTube thing. I created a list of what success was for me, and I'd really recommend that if you are new to YouTube that you do this. But here's a list of the things that do matter. Number 1 was when I made my first video on 8/29/2024. This was a huge accomplishment. Next was when I reached 5,000 views. This was on 10/29/2024. Next was when I reached 50 uploads. That was on 4/7/2025. And I recommend that if you are a new YouTuber that you commit to at least the first 100 videos. It's impossible to really know what your channel should be about and what you really like in the first 1 or 2 videos. You really need to do it over and over and over again to see if you even really like it. And then on 4/14/2025, that was when I hit 150 subscribers, and that's probably some of the most subscribers that I've ever reached. And then one of the things that I also was looking at was watch time, and I hit a video goal on May 28, 2025, where one of my videos had a 25 to 30% watch time. And one thing that nobody tells you is that at first your watch time is going to suck. So YouTube is kind of like a little speed dating platform. They create your target audience based on like where they live, how old they are, and what they like, and they match your videos to them. Every time you post a video, they have to do this process. And in your first 100 videos, which I actually recommend that you do this, if you experiment, then YouTube might not necessarily know who your target audience is. So it starts pushing out your content to a bunch of like randos. Because of that, they might click off really fast and it's going to impact your watch time. And then on 5/28/2025, I had my first viral video, which was the Gilmore Girls video. And then I finally reached 100 videos on 8/15/2025. So as you can see, I really did redefine my success. Instead of making it such a big picture thing where I only celebrated when I reached 100 subscribers or when I reached the like 4,000 watch time hours that you need for YouTube, I took the little tiny small goals and celebrated them. And that has made this process so much better for me. And I'm sure that it will make it better for you too. The next thing that I learned is that packaging really is 90% of the game. So I want you to imagine, right? You go to this really fancy buffet and you see all this food and stuff lined out on the table. But I want you to imagine that the food is just thrown haphazardly on the plate. Like maybe the fruits are kind of like all over the place, and maybe there's like shells from the shrimp that they peel like all over the plate. Like how likely are you to pick up that food? It could be the best food in the world, but if it's packaged poorly, you're gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna eat none of that. And it's the same with YouTube videos. I think when I first started my YouTube journey, I kind of had this idea that the thumbnail didn't really matter that much. I'm gonna show you guys some of my old thumbnails and embarrass myself a little bit. So what I was doing, I was taking like pictures from the video and I was using it as my thumbnail. And what I didn't realize is that when I was doing this, YouTube has to like shrink down your photos and make it a little bit smaller. And so as a result, those pictures were kind of blurry and not great quality. I don't even know if they were in HD quality. They might have been in like 720p or something like that.
And so after a little while, I tried taking the pictures with my phone instead for the thumbnails, and voila, like I started noticing a lot better click-through rate. And so really, your thumbnail and your title are so important for a YouTube video. So the next question you might be asking is, how did you even balance doing YouTube? Because I know for me, my first 4 YouTube channels that failed, I didn't make it because I quit. And the reason I quit is because YouTube was too much on top of everything else. And I want to make a video about this because I think it's so important. But what I did is I prioritized systems over motivation. Motivation sucks, especially like me, if you have ADHD. It can be really hard to get yourself out of the bed in the morning. So forget trying to film a video, especially when you work a full-time job and you have other responsibilities. But when you create systems, then you can rely on those when your motivation fails. For example, my makeup look. So for every single video now, I choose the 3 things that I want to highlight and stick to that. Doing that has made getting ready so much easier because I used to sit in front of my makeup thing for about 30 minutes trying to figure out what type of makeup look I wanted to do. And now I have this face that I put on every single time. It takes me anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes and then I'm done. Even when it comes down to editing, I've split my editing into 3 parts: the rough cut, the creative edit, and then the ending edit to like polish everything up. If all of my editing has been done and I've gone through everything, then I automatically take it out of my editing software and get it ready to post. Because in the past, I used to just sit there and I would obsess over mistakes and errors. And as a result, I wasn't posting videos. So you have to create a system that works for you. And the last thing that I want to talk about is really key for small YouTubers especially. And that is that comparison is really a waste of time. And I know you're looking at me and saying, but Gabrielle, like what about Casey Neistat and Mr. Beast and all those people? Those people are great at what they do, and you can feel free to go to their channels and take inspiration from them. But I noticed that for me, at this point especially, comparison is really not fun. A lot of these people that you're comparing yourself to have been doing filming and videography for years now, and if you try to compare yourself to them, it's like comparing a black belt to a white belt. One of them is just getting started, one of them's been doing it for a long time. So what I started doing instead was comparing myself to myself. So I have a list now, and every single video I write down what's something that I could do better. Was it the lighting? Was it the sound? Was it the filming? Was it the editing? And I try to get 2% better with every single video that I create. But if you look back, you'll be able to see how much growth I've had on my YouTube channel just from making these incremental small changes. And over time, you will find your voice. So there's no need to compare yourself to all these different people. But what I do pride myself on also is finding that little secret sauce, that thing that makes my channel different. It's something that takes everyone a little bit more time to find. But once you find it, it's like, okay, this is it. Like, this is my cayenne pepper and I'm all good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys do enjoy it. But I do want to ask that if you made it to this point in the video, you give a big fat like. And I'm going to say a quick prayer before we go. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. And I just thank you for the privilege that it's been to make it to 1 year on YouTube. I don't take it for granted all of the videos that I've gotten to create in this community that I've started to build. And Lord, I pray that as I continue on to 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 subscribers and 1 million subscribers, if you let me, I pray, Lord, that you would help me to keep you at the forefront of all of my content. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. Bye.